So, top five tips for beating your home game.
So I can see why people would ask that and look for that and want that. I don't I don't think it's a great top five list because it's kind of really the same things as just beating a poker game, like getting good at poker. But I'll try to give an answer that is maybe more specific to home games. And we'll see how it goes. And I'll try to be quick with it, which is not what I usually do. So, number one is okay. Number one, you could probably play tighter than you're playing. Home games tend to be very loose, and the way to capitalize on loose play is tight play. Now, note, be aware of your circumstances and kind of the landscape, because this may conflict with number two, which number two is keep your seat in the game. A lot of home games, if they're like serious home games, will stop inviting somebody if they're playing really well and they're playing really tight and they're not giving much action. So if you need to keep your seat by playing looser than you're playing, by kind of like making gambly decisions, betting somebody else on red or black, whether the flop's going to be red or black for a bunch of money, that's like a neutral EV gamble, things like that. That is important. Keep your seat. The main way you keep your seat, though, is actually just by being a cool person to be around, which is something that you could work on just in life in general. It's not. I don't have any great tips for that too, because I'm not. Number three, take advantage of the information that you get in home games. In home games, it's a lot more casual an environment, and so people will talk about what they had a lot more than they would in a casino. They'll talk about what they were thinking a lot more than they would in a casino. They'll talk about how they think you're playing much more than they would in a more serious game, and you can use all that information to your advantage to make better decisions. Number four is spend a lot of energy profiling players and developing reads on players. The thing about a home game compared to a casino game, especially in a large casino in a like large poker town, is that you play with the same people again and again. And so reads that you develop on somebody can pay dividends for a very long time. So focus a lot of energy on getting reads. When somebody shows down a hand that you're not involved in, make sure you're paying attention. And you don't have to forego all social interaction. You're supposed to be having fun as well. But it's very easy we fold our hand and we're not involved in the pot. We just stop paying attention entirely. We notice that the pot's getting shipped to somebody, but we didn't even see what happened. Those reads that you develop, especially in the early going, are going to be really valuable. And so spend time in the early days developing those reads. And then in the later days, you'll have those reads. You won't have to pay as much attention. You can, if you really want to relax and have more fun, do it then. Number five is just study poker. Just like any form of poker, studying, ideally, I would say from training videos, you can study solvers, but solvers are, home games tend to play very far from optimally. And so studying solver can only get you so far, or I guess the better way to put it is it's not the most efficient use of your time. Getting excellent at optimal play is not going to be the best way to take advantage in a home game. And so I would say training videos, maybe this is now bleeding into number six, but get, have some friends that you talk poker with, maybe from your game, from another game, and kind of advance your strategy or your ways that you adapt to that particular game and these particular players. That's where your energy should be focused.